All right, so I have a serious question for my Baltimore Ravens fans. Will Lamar Jackson ever get to the Super Bowl? I mean, as great as he is, as talented as he is, will he ever get to the big game? And we know Lamar Jackson has 2 league MVPs, almost a third one, but Josh Allen won the one for, I guess you would say, last year, right? So almost 3 league MVPs, was in the finalists for his third, right? A Heisman winner in college, right? Somehow he's not drafted in the top 10 in his draft class, which is amazing. But was also a finalist for a second Heisman Award after he won the first one. So we're talking about a guy that's super talented and arguably the second best quarterback of this era, behind Patrick Mahomes. And the reason why I say he's second is because of Patrick Mahomes' body of work, 3 Super Bowl rings. He also has 2 league MVPs. He also has 3 Super Bowl MVPs. So we're talking about a guy that got a lot of hardware at a young age. And Lamar Jackson has 2 league MVPs. So you gotta say that he's second in this era. Josh Allen's my quarterback, as much as I love him. He has 1, and may not have deserved to win the one that he has. You look at it. Statistically, Lamar Jackson did have a better year. Some injuries that lingered this year, so that might have, knocked him out of contention for that. But will he ever get to the big dance? That's the question. Him and Josh Allen is in that same boat where you're wondering if these guys can get to the Super Bowl as good as they are. And is it time to maybe for Baltimore to move on from Lamar Jackson or get him the right weapons, because he has a lot of talent and we'd like to see him in that big game, playing for a Super Bowl, with all the hardware he has. He just seems to be just missing that Super Bowl ring, and he just seems to can't get to that game. Let's see what's happening, because that AFC division is not an easy division, especially playing in the AFC North. We don't know how good Pittsburgh's going to be. They're going through a coach change, and also you don't know who the quarterback is going to be there. And we don't know how good Baltimore's going to be ultimately after they coach change. So there's a lot of things that's in question. And can they get Lamar Jackson a top tier wide receiver in his prime? Can you go out and get somebody like an A.J. Brown from the Eagles if the Eagles are willing to trade him? Can you get maybe a Devontae Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles? Can you get somebody that's going to be a good target for Lamar Jackson? He needs that right now. He needs that prime wide receiver, that Pro Bowl wide receiver. He hasn't played with a guy like that. Odell wasn't the same Odell when he played with him. I don't think they let that, manifest too long because they jumped off the Odell ship. DeAndre Hopkins, as great as he is, he's towards the end of his career. Can he still make plays? Yes, but he's not that prime guy. He's out of his prime. Derrick Henry is the best that he has going on offensively. Andrews is good, but he literally dropped that pass in that game despite the turnovers from Lamar Jackson. And he gets a lot of flack and a lot of the blame, but Josh Allen has to get a lot of blame too for his performance this year. It wasn't great. We were lucky just to be in that game against Denver with the turnovers. And again, that shit came back to bite us. It wasn't Sean McDermott's fault. Sean McDermott is an excellent coach. And we may have dropped the ball on that. I'm just saying it's food for thought.